it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our love tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like a movie, my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us survive.
Hello everyone, welcome to a special reading. Now, we were a little bit busy, but Mercury, let me rephrase that. God, I have Mercury retrograde on the mind. That's because this Venus retrograde is, for myself personally, reminding me of Mercury retrograde. Now, Venus went retrograde on the 13th and is until June 23rd, 24th, around there. Now, that is allowing us to see everything that is connected to love and the creation of love, the expansion of love, what's not working. We know we've been working with the feminine energy. We've been setting her free in order to be able to create with and honoring it. It sounds like a freaking dance party around here. That image that we received on the Justice card on our last reading, because we started off with Justice. Justice is connected to our truths. And then we received the message of Justice in the reading, and it was the feminine, and she was chained to a tree by her neck. And within the Devil card in the patch tarot we were using, it shows the separateness between the feminine and masculine, and there is the chain around the feminine's neck and around the masculine's neck. It's around the libido. And this is to symbolize what we're healing from the templates between the masculine and feminine, from old earth to new earth, and how the templates have been warped. Because really, the feminine energy's been owned or controlled. That's why it's around her neck. And you know, keeping her quiet in silence. The masculine energy, we know, has been owned by their libido. And that's where the distortion of lust and love has been twisted. It's distorted. It's about the feeling. It's about the creation. It's about the two becoming one and honoring each other's expansions. You know, the masculine is not being owned sexually through the matrix or even through the feminine, and neither is the feminine. She's not being owned and controlled. She's not just an object. Guys, this is the card I'm speaking of, and you know what? It's judgment, not justice, but I'm channeling justice, so for sure this is connected to our justice. And confirmation right there from the child. I know right at that exact moment my son started clapping his hands from the other room. Now, self-reflection, that's what this is connected to, and that's going to be key in a second here. So this is connected to our truths. We're being called out on our truths. We're being called out to transform with our truths, to honor our truths, to create with our truths, to be our truths, our authentic self. And that's connected to this image right here we're just discussing. It's freedom time. This is freedom time. And that is connected to this. And you can see, this is where we're separate as the masculine and feminine. This being the masculine, this being the feminine. And please, guys, you must remember, we have both of these energies within us. The masculine energy within us is being controlled by our libido. The feminine energy within us is being controlled right here, over the neck, over our throat chakra. That's connected to the truth. And that is also key in the shift. That's why we're freeing the feminine. Because when we free the feminine, we free the truth. When we free the masculine, we are freeing our sexual energy. And we manifest with our sexual energy. This is our sacral chakra. And we're going to do healing here, and we're going to do healing here. Now, we received, during our last reading, the answer to the riddle. We're going to use strength to heal from the devil energies and what's happening here in judgment. Our strength. And look, she has the sword of clarity. She has the sword of light. And look at her. That is one of the most powerful images I have ever seen in a long time of the divine feminine energy rocking her truth. And right now, that has to do with facing our fears. The Nine of Wands has to do with the devil energies. We're going to be working with the swords. That's why she has the sword within her hand. So here, this is connected to our fears. This is connected to everything we're doing. And the Nine of Swords is connected to the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords, of course, being our inner conflict. This is just thinking it. This doesn't even have to be acting it. This is negative thoughts holding us back. Thought patterns holding us back. We're going to deal with them, but we're going to use the Cups energy in order to heal. We also know we received the message of the Knave of Pentacles. And that's how we're going to heal. We're going to use our sexuality. You can see that our sensuality and connect it to our sensuality and heal with this. We're going to start rocking this. We're going to take this back in a healthy way. And that's going to restore the masculine and feminine energies. Because here's the feminine restoring her sensuality, repairing her sacral chakra. And that's connected to the masculine. But we know she's also rocking her truth. And that's going to help with the transformation. She's leading the way. But remember, these energies are both within us. So the feminine within you is leading the way right now. Let her lead, masculine. Let her lead. And we know this has to do with our addiction. What we're addicted to within the matrix. That's lowering our vibration. That's putting toxins within us. And it can be just focusing on all that glitters is gold. Just, yeah, I want the money. Forget love. Forget the earth. This is when our economics outweigh our morals and our values and what is really right. And that's how we're going to untwist things. Everything's about unconditional love. Everything's about the preservation of life through the connection of love. How we appreciate life. So we're going to untwist it, right? And we know we're using the King of Wands with the King of Pentacles energy to do so. And that right now is connected to the threes. We're working with the threes. And the Three of Wands is actively manifesting because we're making certain shapes to connect and transform with. And that is helping us to manifest our Ace of Pentacles. And you see, that's what we're doing here. And look, we're working with the mind. We need to do some healing with the mind right now. It's really mind over matter, right? So that's why we have to heal the mind, because we're working with the matter right now, the feminine energy. And remember how I said this is about self-reflection at the end of the day? Well, yes, it is. We're working with the cups. That's why at the end of the day, it's about the two. It's about the equality here. The equality between the energies. We're just restoring the equality, and then it's equal, and then we can continue on creating. So we're going to create whatever patterning, do whatever within our universes in order to create that equality. And a lot of that is the masculine energy honoring the feminine, cherishing the feminine, helping the feminine to rise up. And this is through him. Not just like, I'm going to go over to my feminine's house and I'm going to help her out of dark times. This is, no, I have feminine energy within me. I need to honor this. I need to understand this. It's time to evolve. It's time to expand. It's time to change things up around here. And we're going to reflect the truth through judgment. And what they've shown me is it's connected to justice. Like I said, I did not say justice for no reason. And that just led me on to my vision. And here it is. Now look at that. Look at the sword of clarity. And look at this other sword right here. This is connected to the masculine. And the feminine and the masculine freeing themselves to free each other, to connect with each other through love, through equality. And I really love even too, like, look at this. This is not equal, but we're going to make this equal through what we're doing here. And we're healing these templates through us. And they're going to be different for all of us. That's why please don't take any of this personal. You apply what you need to apply. This is about us coming back to one, and we're all going to do it in our own unique way, because how I have to come back to one is different than how you have to come back to one. And you have to take your pieces and put them back together, and I have to take my pieces and I have to create. But we can resonate with each other to help us find the way, and that's what we're doing. And you know, this had me thinking, even when I was putting on this dress, and like, I was trying to channel Venus and thinking, oh, I need to cover up more. And just thinking too about, you know, just my own personal experience along my own path, and just thinking that, like, how I always have to be so covered up, because if anyone were to look any of my bits or my body parts, oh, the shame, like, I'm being, you know, I'm sexualized, then I may deserve to be treated a certain way. And you know what? I don't. And guys, we all have to use common sense. Like, you know what? If was out there dancing around naked, trying to hit on everyone underneath the sun, then I'm still lovable. I just have a lot of healing to do. But if I'm just being comfortable wearing an outfit and somebody wants to look at me and sexualize me and project onto me, that's on them. That's not on to me. And I don't need to be controlled by that energy or manipulated by it or continue to be stuck in the devil energies. And what they've shown me is Venus is really here to help us find home and to expand to our 10 of Pentacles through the 9. Now, I've done enough talking. Let's see what's happening. Oh, and they've shared to me that this is connected right now. Venus is connected to the Queen of Cups, and we know the Queen of Cups is helping us with our expansion. A natural giver, the Queen represents a caring, maternal woman. A Queen of Hearts, she is sensitive and insightful. As a situation, she predicts a time for nurturing yourself and others. You may be in touch with your intuition more just now. So take note of your dreams, because they bring messages about your deepest needs. So our dreams are helping us to see what we actually really need in order to manifest. And she is nurturing. She is insight. We know we need our intuition to see what we need to see to go where we're going and receive the messages. And we are in a time of nurturing ourselves and others. And I also want to say too, guys, you know what? If ever you're in a situation where, you know, someone is making you feel uncomfortable also too, you always have the power within you to just remove yourself from that situation. It doesn't mean we have to fight with others and say, you know what, I can't handle this. You have to change. That's not what this is about. This is about many of the times we just walk away from that energy. Now, if you're in a relationship with that person and you have to reevaluate what is happening, then that's your path. You go from there. You need to use the energies you need to use. Remember, this is about you. And we're all different. We're all unique, and just really honoring that. But we have to honor that within ourselves too. And this isn't like, oh, I'm just right here, here, and here. And I'm just raised up so high, and they're just down there, there. And oh. All right, guys. That's probably a sign from the universe to zip it and move on. Now, let's see. Sometimes I can just... You know, I really hate when... I really dislike when I want to say something and I can't say it the way I want to say it, and I just want you to be able to download it, but that's not how it works. I have to use new skills. I have to attain them and use that masculine energy to connect to the feminine and get out what I need to say. This is connected to the 8th house, endings and beginnings, and the earth element, stability. And there's the connections we're making. We know we are making the connections through the earth. This is the connection to Taurus, and the connection that Taurus has to Venus. And we know we are ending to begin again. With help from our ancients. That's our resurrection. Because this was birthed from the old to the new. This is like, you know, the past is crumbled. The energy of the tower and, you know, the past is all there and it's all crumbled in front of you. But through, like, all the crumbling of the past, this beautiful flower emerges and it's glorious. And that's you. It's that type of energy. It's connected to our blossom and the first house, the body. And that's exactly what they showed me. They showed me that this is connected to the body. And now to see it here, and I was going to speak about that, but then the doorbell rang and I forgot. So we know we're working with a body and we're working with the energy of Pisces. We believe. Yes, we believe. We believe in our path. We believe in ourselves. We believe in the divine. We believe in the light. We believe in our expansions. There's our expansions right there. And that's the energy of the all. And that's being able to expand with our light from within to without. And we do, because Leo, I will, is here. And this is where we are authentic self in the public domain as well as the private. Okay. Well, we need to have trust and faith right now within what the moon is helping us to do. And we also know the moon is the feminine energy as well. And this is helping us to connect with something within. And it's connected to the 2nd house and owning. And remember, we won't be owned. But we're gonna see the flip side of the coin. And it's gonna activate something. There's an activation in here, and it's connected to what we're grounding with the earth. And it's connected to the 9th house, faith. And this is new earth. This is connected to new earth and the builders of new earth and the creators of new earth all coming together in order to create through our faith. And that's the golden ticket. And it's connected to the South Node, our life's debts, our karma that we're moving away from. That's our ending. And we're going to use the elements in order to create a new. And that is the 6 of Cups. This is our 5th house and our creativity. And this is when we allow the child to have the time here with creation. And right now we're being provoked. We're being provoked in order to do so. We're being pushed and pulled and prodded in all the directions in order to transform. This is the grand cross, the grand provoker, the cosmic cross. Okay? It's connected to all 4 directions, all 4 elements. We are creating within the void. That's connected to what the masculine and feminine are doing. And it is connected to Venus and love. And the 12th house and our escape. And our escape is connected to, I believe, in Pisces. The 12th house is connected to Pisces. This is the energy of all the zodiac's gutter ball. We're going to use it and we're going to take it within. So, and see, the moon is helping us. Do you see the moon? And the moon is helping us to take all this energy and light within. And we're going to see what we need to see. This is the all, man. This is the energy of the zodiac's gutter ball. We're going to see some stuff in here. And then we're going to believe. Because we're going to see some things that are going to change us and restore faith within us. Remember, faith is our golden ticket. And that's going to help us to balance our karmic scales and create love from fear, from the unknown. Because that's what we're This is the unknown. And we're believing. And it has something to do with the flip side of the coin. And the flip side of the coin, look at this. This is beautiful. I should have had these cards over here so you could have seen it. It's connected to the moon and the sun. And our abundance. And check this out, guys. And there's our life's purpose. That's the 10 of Cups. So we went from the south node to the north node of the moon. We expanded through Saturn and our truths. And we expand. There's the 10th house. And we've used the energy of Capricorn to our advantage and expanded. Lower vibrational Capricorn is I use and connected to the devil energies, which keeps us separate. But if you turn that I into we transform. We are connected. We are one. And this is using our maturity in order to face the devil energies and expand from them, because we understand, and it has to do with what we were seeking and what it has to do with our partnerships and the time we are in. Taurus, I have, and we are about to have. And there's the connection to Mercury. That's why Mercury was literally on my mind, because the north node of the moon right now is in Gemini. And that's our connection to Mercury and the mind. And we're going to use the mind as our superpower now. I feel like the mind has been against us, but now the mind is going to work with us. And that's part of this transformation, the mind working with us. And of course, Jupiter returns, our benefits. Jupiter's return, I do believe it takes around 12 years for Jupiter to return. So this is a decade worth of work coming back to us. And we're being gifted. And it has to do with our age and our youth. Because here's Saturn, return, our age. And here's Aries, I am. Saturn takes approximately like 29 years to orbit the sun. And the second time, that's 60. We understand. We face our mortality. We see tomorrow's here. We need to create tomorrow today. We're going to use the energy of the youth, the firepower, the inner child, and set them free. And now it's going to change with the body, because now there is our routine. We're going to use our routine to work with the body. And this is about, now we implement the patterning of our true selves, our healing, our expansion, life, and the expansion of life. And it's connected to the healing of the body. We're going to heal the body right here. And look, that's the Da Vinci Man. We've become whole, and we have joined the masculine and feminine, the circle, the sphere, the feminine, and the square, the hexagon, the masculine's there. We create within these, and we've restored. There's two people coming together as one. And it's manifestation time, because we know this is all happening through the solar eclipse, the great revolution, where the masculine and feminine came together to unite as one. And now we have our fortune increase. Part of it, because we have the other part of it, we've already received it. We have our life's purpose and our fortune increase, our 10 of Pentacles, and we have been blessed. This is the path. So there's an activation within here. And it's connected to, of course, Venus. And Venus right now is connected to the Queen of Cups. Actually, let's put it like that. I want to be able to see it. It's only right. Okay, so we're going to see the flip side of the coin here, and I've been called to use this deck right here. What's being activated right here? Okay, there it is. Okay, guys. There's the devil. So what we're seeing is the devil energies and how the devil energies have a hold on us. How we're creating here with them, and it's connected to our 5 of Cups and our sorrows. I'm curious to see what's on the bottom of the deck. The Chariot. So this is connected to the Chariot. The balance between the masculine and feminine. That's what's going to help us right now. We have to restore balance between the masculine and feminine because that's what the Chariot is about. We restore balance between them and we move forth on our path following the light of the moon. The Chariot is, the moon is pushing us forth on this journey. So we're going to heal from this energy and our sorrows. Get back on the train and keep going. And it's connected to the Queen of Wands. And we know the Queen of Wands is connected to the masculine and the feminine. And this has to do with what's going on in our mind. We need to work with what's going on in our heart and what's going on in our soul. And what is our body telling us? And we're not going to no longer allow our mind to have control over us, because do you see what the problem is here? Our mind is connected to fear and the devil energies. And even if we don't feel like it's very active within our life, it still is within our life. We're connected to it. That's where we're healing from. This is the time that we're in. So we need to honor that. That's why we're dealing with the negative right now. And I know this hurts. I know it's hard. I know it's painful. But we're clearing it. And, you know, we're always going to be doing some sort of clearing. But we're clearing this really big chunk right now. I really feel like there's one more card in here that wants to speak. So this has to do, we have to make our connections. Our connections with the Three of Cups. Of the threes in order to restore wholeness. So we're expanding through the threes. The Three of Swords, the Three of Cups, with the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, right? And I think that the order that they're showing me is the Three of Swords to the Three of Cups to the Three of Pentacles to the Three of Wands. The Knight of Swords. Look, we've gained access to the truth and we're moving forth. We're free. This is connected to the Sword of Clarity, the Sword of the Light, and Justice. And it's connected to the Six of Pentacles. And we restore balance. Now we're going to work on where we're disconnected and create the connections we need to make. And that's connected to the Eight of Wands. And this is energy. Energy flow being created. I know it doesn't look very pretty with these horns, but this is not always about what's pretty. This is going to free up energy with the wands. And that is connected to the Queen of Cups. And there she is. We've gone full circle. And look at, she's helping to unchain herself from within. Look at the symbolism. And there's the Knight of Cups, helping her to do so. So we have the masculine and feminine. And look at the swords that he has. And I wonder what he's going to use them for. Within, she is reaching the masculine energy and herself. And look at what will happen without now. She's freed from the chains. And we go from the 4 to the 6. Because we've added the 2. We've added the equality. There it is. We're going to the 2. Now, let's just confirm it. Let's see what's happening here. I'm being called to go to the tarot. The Six of Swords and the Hanged Man. So this is us cutting away, walking away, removing what doesn't serve us, and going without to add the generous charge to create the new patterning. Alrighty. So we have death and transformation. Our resurrections right here. And this is the removal of what's lower vibrational. And we're removing what's lower vibrational because, like, remember, even too, as we're talking about, you know, we need to change the templates. If you're whoever you are, you want to experience love. You don't want to experience lust through the devil energies. That's what we're healing from, because that's not making us feel the way we want to feel. That's not restoring back to self within. So it's like, you know, we have to do the harder things, whether you're a masculine joining me here or a feminine, just to understand. It's like, okay, so if you're masculine joining me here, I'm going to support the feminine in this to restore balance because I understand why. And I have feminine within me and I'm going to honor her. Or, you know, or vice versa. And here's the Six of Pentacles. And we restore balance through the Four of Swords. And in the Four of Swords, I want you to see, we're going to take those Four of Swords and we're going to make the connections we need to make. Because here's the Seven of Swords. So we remove 3 swords. We remove our pain. And now we're creating within this box. And what are we creating within this box? We're creating with the energy of the sun. We're expanding. We know the sun is here. Spirit is here. My goodness. There we go. All right, let's just see what's being activated. The Nine of Crystals is exactly what they showed me. And so this is what we're doing, okay? The Nine of Crystals is here. We're expanding love on our spiritual path. This is all, everything that we're creating being expanded. And we're doing it through the 8. And the 8 is taking us to the 10. And that is what Venus is helping us to do. To get here. But right now it's through here. And it's connected to the 5 of Orbs and the 3 of Orbs. And there is the energy of the negative, the energy of the opposite, in order to create the whole. And not only that, there's the 9. So look at all that Swords energy we're dealing with. Our heartache, our conflict, and our fear and cruelty. And this ends up being cruelty of self. By this point, we're in self-sabotage mode. And we're just being cruel to self. We're feeling cruelty towards self. But what happens through what we're doing here, we connect. We make the connections we need to make. Remember, we're going back to the 3 of Cups. Masculine, feminine, child. Body, mind, soul. The heavens, the earth, through us. We're connected. That's our connection. That's our abundance. That's our even connecting with our soul tribe members. And now, we're expanding. We're expanding with the Pentacles energy. The Seeker of Crystals. And it's through the 3. We're working through the 3 again. Remember, the 3 is the strongest shape. You connect 1, 2, 3. You get a triangle. Now, we have unconditional love. 2 tetrahedrons pulled together create the shape of unconditional love. And now we've got the 2 of Cups. Because we're manifesting this. We're going from the 2 to the 3 because we're manifesting this. We're expanding it from the 5D to the 3D. That's what's happening here between the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. And now here it is. And we have achieved divine justice. And look at that. Justice was, is, and always will be blind. Balancing of the karmic scales achieved. And look at that, the wheel turns. I'll keep going. But you know what? The cards are speaking. They're really speaking today, guys. Okay, so the wheel turns. We make the connections we need to make. Look at that. We've restored life. We're expanding. That's wow. And look at, you can see we've completed our transformation. And now look at us working with those crystals. So that's where we're going. We're going to really understand this. With the 8 of crystals, the doubts and dissatisfaction of the 7 of crystals have been surpassed. Not only does our hero realize his work has value, but also she is able to make it even more significant, beautiful, and utterly remarkable. Their desire to produce more has been enhanced, and they are back in the saddle, building on what they have already established to create even more. This reestablishing has reestablished faith in the vision and their pride in their achievements. The seeker who works knows the important message that if you work with your dreams, if you carve away at your goal with determination, steadfastness, and skill, you will eventually reach them. It serves as an allegory of the higher purpose of working on carving your own being into its perfect state, to be clearest and brightest, and the clearest and brightest light you can be. This is the way of the Starseed Warrior. Welcome, Starseed Warriors. We're doing it. We're expanding with our light. We're flowering. We're blossoming. This is beautiful. I'm getting lit. I'm getting lit over here. Oh, I just love it because to see divine justice is here along with the great wheel. Like heck, I couldn't be happier. I couldn't really be happier. And we know this divine justice is connected to justice and where we started off discussing things today. From the incredible Eye of God, the Helix Nebula in the Aquarius constellation, a blinded goddess holding the scales of justice emerges from the starry canopy of deep space. Draped in white, she is the quintessential symbol of purity, impartiality, and balance, all that to which we aspire when we speak of justice in our courts and legal channels, but which so very often is sadly lacking within these systems. This key speaks of a higher authority, a divine justice that Starseed embraces as the absolute law of universal righteousness in which karma holds the balance of all things perfectly in order. Through the eye of God, divine justice holds up the scales of the forces at work in creation, where the laws of cause and effect hold the cosmos in perpetual balance. Although it is interpreted at times to mean resolution of a legal matter or a court-mandated judgment, this key delves far more deeply into the question of what is just. It defines the ultimate authority as the karmic unfolding of the universal forces of all of creation. It's connected to our truth, our justice, our karma, our fairness, our balance, and accountability. It implies that the unfolding of the universe is in absolutely divine hands, emerging from the vision of the Creator, and that nothing can influence the outcome of any given reality but truth. Drop the mic. I'm ready to go. I'm freaking lit. This is beautiful. Where are we going? And then we're going to get a Sacred Mirrors card. Going to the Six of Wands. We're going to connect, to heal, and unite. And it's through the star. And the star is connected to the Initiate of Coins and what we are grounding here. And the Initiate of Coins is connected to the Ace of Cups. And that is connected to the Chariot and the balance between the masculine and feminine. Through the path of the moon to restore balance. That almost shot me in the eye. And we're going through the 4. This is the masculine having their revolution, having their great change, and the feminine having her great revolution and change. Remember, these are energies. These can both be going on within us at the same time to come together as one. And look, we do. We create new patterning. And we do come together as one to heal and unite through the divine. We have to have an ending here with our south node, because we know we're going to the north. So we have to have an ending with our south. And that's this. But that's in order to create peace and in order to heal. Because we're going to heal. And that's connected to our life's purpose. And we know that's the 3 of Cups. And this is about connection. The 3 got us to the 2, remember? Because we're birthing. We're birthing anew. So we're connecting to birth anew. And there's the egg. And there's our harvest. And it's connected to the 2. And there's a 10. And the Mage of Coins. The King of Coins. Now we're grounding. Okay, let's get a message from the Sacred Mirrors Oracle. And say goodbye. This is incredible pieces of art, guys. What's our message today? Almost burned all the cards. We're having a fire around here, but I don't want to be burning any cards. It's this card right here. There seems to be pain and fear in your eyes. Or maybe you are fearless and a fearless seer. Having transcended eyelids, the nudity of your entrails repels, intrigues, and ennobles. Castrated and peeled open, the snake-like quality of the digestive system, the tree-like nature of the lungs, the liver, symbol of purification and strength, looks like a giant slug. Flayed man, thou art the naked brain of a convoluted mind and the raw guts of emotion, reflection, vulnerability. And we are opening ourselves up to what's within. And this is connected to how we will now care for the body. Because at the end of the day, this is about taking care of the body. The body is connected to the child. The child and the body are connected to the divine. The body is part of us. And we need to start honoring the body and what it does for us. Because so many of the times, you know what, we don't listen to our body. We listen to our mind. Where is that? I'm going to go. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So many times we don't listen to our body. We listen to our mind. And we know we let our mind because have control. But this is now allowing the body to speak. The body's connected to our intuition. The body's connected to the unknown. We need to take care of self. We need to take care of our organs. We need to take care of our skin. We need to take care of our teeth. We need to take care of us. And that's why it's important that we detoxify and we purify everything that's not of us. And we're going to be going deeper into this reading because I've been really receiving some downloads and they've been connected to the devil energies. And, you know, I haven't been able to be here as much as I've liked sharing information because I'm really been shown some things in my own life and just some things that are happening in order to restore balance between the masculine and feminine. And it's time to deal with the truth. And it's time to deal with a lot of the truth, that we need to honor and restore love for what it is and cherish it like we are two little children, or all little children loving each other. And look at that from even with our maturity. If a whole, you know what, we wouldn't allow our children to be all mistreating each other. We want our children to all love each other and get along, and they're all equal, but we all love them in different ways because they're all unique. And we need to start honoring ourselves as that. And we need to start allowing ourselves, like, just because we turn adults doesn't mean things turn different. Like, somehow I don't understand. Like, I know we have to look at it for what it is. A child is a child. An adult is an adult. But it's like in between there, we just thought that, yeah, we're an adult, so we can do whatever the F we want now. And now we're just going to not care. And this is about caring. This is about restoring that charge within you. This is giving an F. And this is giving an F about the child in yourself, and love and light and healing and expansion. And yes, the feminine energy really needs to be honored through the masculine, with the masculine, as equals, as one. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.